It's hard to believe I was in South Florida this morning. Now I'm in the hills of Tennessee, getting ready to meet one of America's heroes. It's pretty cool. All right, this is it. Surprise time. It's a little bit intimidating walking up to a sniper's house when he doesn't know you're coming.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hey.
Is your name Duke?
Yeah. Yeah.
My name's Rob Fordyce.
Holy. Yeah, how are you, man?
I have a TV show called The SeaHunter.
I know. Yeah, I just watched it.
Well,
come in. Come in. I was expecting a girlfriend of hers from Alabama to come in.
well, surprise, it's me. I hope you're not disappointed.
No, not at all. You're more than welcome.
How are you?
Hey,
I'm
you
Rob.
are too.
Nice to meet you.
This is Ellie Grace.
How are you? Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I have a friend that fished with you, Chris Thompson.
He's a very good friend of
Yeah, he
mine.
caught the tarpon. He made sure he showed me like 900 times.
Well, that's good. Well, guess what?
What's that?
Next week you're gonna come and do the same damn thing.
I'm in. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to our place.
Through Project Healing Waters, I've met a guy named Chris Thompson who I actually did an episode with last season. I spent a lot of time with Chris. We've become great friends. I wanted to do another kind of dream trip for someone. Through the leads I have at Project Healing Waters and Chris, it was unanimously decided that Duke would be a great recipient. I've seen more American flags in this little town than the town I live in, and it has 5 million people. It's such a nice, it's pleasant to be around people like that.
Yeah, a lot of retired military guys around here. Tennessee, the volunteer state, I guess, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
I actually went to the University of Tennessee.
You did?
I did. Well, are you surprised?
Man,
I feel so bad for her because I've been talking to her for a couple weeks
yeah, well, she
now.
told me a friend from hometown is coming up here, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I answered the door, and I'm like, this dude's way too big to be that good. So I was looking, and I looked to the right, and I see a camera, I'm like, oh, you know? So it's pretty cool, it's a really good surprise.
Oh, it was so hard. All I wanted to do was tell him because he has talked about going to the Keys to go fishing for, I know, 2 years now. So it's just a godsend that he has gotten offered this trip and is getting to go. I mean, this couldn't have come at a better time.
These are all names, and that's over the years, the guys that I've influenced and served with. You know, these are the guys that didn't come home. And some
That's
of
an
them,
awesome piece.
yeah, some of them came home and just didn't realize they were home.
That's a fantastic way to honor them.
Yeah,
It really is. That was very creative.
yeah, I didn't realize that I had a had a problem honoring them. I was holding on to them, and that's what caused a lot of my health problems.
Right.
And when I finally said, okay, I'll get some help. So it was pretty cool to get that dream trip, but not just get the dream trip, have the dream trip come to your door and invite you to go. That was really exciting to me. I mean, I was kind of astonished. See you, buddy.
Have a good one. See you soon. This, without a doubt, was one of the coolest experiences I've ever been a part of. To meet Duke, surprise him with a dream trip. The town he lived in was, small town America. I felt like I went back, years in what this country was built on. And I'm excited just to go home and start preparing for Duke's trip to the Keys. I woke up this morning and I was already excited. I was already getting butterflies. Today's the day Duke flies in. I'm gonna go pick him up and the adventure's gonna begin.
Good, man.
How are you, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, thank you. So the next day, I wake up and we make this drive down to the Florida Keys, and I just kind of fall in love. On the way to Isla Mirada, I see all this pristine water out there. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be like, except 100 times more.
It's one of the most ancient forms of hide and seek known to man. And nobody knows how to play the fishing game better than the backcountry guides and offshore captains of the Florida Keys and Key West. Ready or not, here we come.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. SeaHunter boats, indestructible, unsinkable. Yeti coolers, built for the wild. Yamaha outboards. Wet Sounds, the ultimate sound machine for your boat. Quantum and Finor, inshore and offshore reels since 1933.
My name's Willis Davis. Most people call me Duke. I grew up in a little small town called Lake Gunnersville, Alabama. I left and joined the Marine Corps after I graduated high school, and I was in infantry battalions and worked as a Marine sniper. I recently retired in January, 21 years, 9 months, and 10 days. It was a unique journey. I had the honor of walking alongside of some of the bravest men in the country, and I've had the honor of having some of those men protect me. So I think it was hard for me to leave at the end a little bit. I found out in a killing field in Afghanistan one day, I found out that, you know, my career wasn't about me. It was about the young guy that I'm watching. And us old guys, when we retire, we kind of figure out that we want to give back to those young guys because they're still doing it.
You know, I thought a good way to start Duke's trip would be kind of low pressure, run back into the waters of Florida Bay, and because there's a variety. And, you know, kind of break the ice just catching stuff. Oh, keep twitching your bait. Your whole school of fish was there. You just had one on your bait. You got him?
Got him.
Real fast. Good job, buddy. Nice red fish.
Just a red.
Come down there and help you with him, buddy. Hold on.
Captain Rob Fordyce, the Voo-Doo Daddy himself, has done got me impressed within the first hour of being at the Keys, you know, so I'm like, man, this is my dream trip.
I saw all those muds start taking off, and I saw that big boil on your bait.
All right.
Hey, y'all look the same.
Yeah, I think I'm a little darker. Man, his tail's so blue, huh?
It is blue. Want a picture of that fish?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. Send him back.
Oh, ain't no nice and slow.
That's all right.
I got a metal hand.
You know, after Duke and I spent a few hours on the water and he got a little tight line here and there, catching a few things, I noticed how he was just taking it all in. And, you know, I take it for granted. I get to see this every day. But I realized at that point that these are things he's never seen before. These are things that he's never going to forget. He's taken it all in because he's thought about being there and seeing this for so long, and now it's really happening. There he is.
Get him. He inhaled that thing too.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, they're actually getting better, aren't they?
Not a bad one, Duke.
Nice fish. Yeah.
All right.
Another one. Another one bites the dust.
You know, we caught a few fish. We had a handful of redfish, this, that, and the other. You know, let's step it up to the real game.
After the redfish, Rob says, hey, let's go catch a tarpon. I'm like, well, that's why I'm here.
So on the way back towards Islamorada, we stopped at a bank and the tarpon were there. Oh, right here to your left. Dang, there's 3 fish. One right behind that one. It's gonna be a long cast, a little bit left of that. A little bit right, a little bit right, a little bit right and drop it. A little bit right and drop it. Strip it fast, real fast. Keep stripping. Right by your fly right now. You see him going to the right?
No, I've lost him.
Took a look at that thing for a second.
Yeah, the other one was just following it along. I wasn't really ready to cast that tarpon. I thought I was, but not really. I needed some education.
Think about throwing it where he's gonna be, not where he's at. You know what I mean? So you have an intercept.
Yeah.
Point your rod, right, a little bit right. You see that dark line right there?
Yep.
That's him. He's going left. He's moving to the left. Start throwing. You want to be about 4 or 5 feet to the left of him. Fly fishing for tarpon and permit and bonefish, these things, it's one of the most intricate styles of fly fishing there is. It's a learning curve, and every shot that you take is one step closer to catching one. Leave it, leave it, leave it, don't do anything. Hey, he came at us, darn it. See him right there under your fly line? That was a big fish.
I was able to make a couple of good shots at tarpon, but I wound up spooking them. But seeing that fish was just one of the happiest moments of my life. Yep. City Hall.
Not a bad way to end the day, huh?
Oh, God, no.
Day one was about exposing Duke to kind of the heartbeat of the Keys. He got a little taste of what the Keys has to offer on day one, and that was totally what I wanted to do.
Cheers.
So what'd you think of your first day in the Keys?
Man, it was awesome.
It was not an epic day, but it was a fun day. You got to see a lot.
It's an educational day.
And
very much educational.
And for your first time, you did awesome.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. We're going to get him tomorrow. I feel good. And welcome to Isla Mirada.
Welcome to Isla Mirada.
Most of us are blessed to wake up in the greatest country in the world every day and not have to worry about a damn thing but what's on our agenda. You know, the freedoms that we are honored and blessed to have in this country don't come without a price. There are so many men and women over the years that have sacrificed, given it all to fight for our freedom, while we sit here and worry about being late for work. You know, I've been blessed to have spent some awesome times with some of the most awesome people I've ever met. And those people are our vets. We owe it to them to show us our thanks, and you owe it to yourself to spend time with one of them.
Morning of day two, we jump in the truck, we drive from Isla Mirada down to Key West, we get in the water, and we head to this place called the Marquesas. I had no clue what it was. Knowing what I know now, it's like a bucket list place to fish for tarpon. But Rob kind of explained it to me like a volcano, you know, with the way it was opened up in a big lake in the middle was kind of shaped, you know, like an atoll.
Get your line ready quick. Okay, get ready to throw here. Left. See him right there?
Oh, I see it.
Barely move it, barely move it. Trip, 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 trip. You know, so far the plan's working out great. The tarpon are there, the conditions are nice. The one thing you can't control is the tarpon. Look, you see all the fish right here? Strip, 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 strip. Keep stripping it, keep stripping it. Hit him, hit him. Oh, dang it. Junior leading up the back, came ate it for you. Each shot, Duke's getting a little better, but they're coming from different directions. Some of them are swimming deep, they're hard to see, they're this, that. You know, it's just, this is a hard game. Keep stripping it, keep stripping it. Keep doing that, don't change anything. Pop, 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 pop. Hit him, set the hook. Let it, oh, you popped him off, damn it.
Oh, son of a gun. Is there anything that I maybe done wrong sitting there?
I think you just kind of locked up.
Yeah, I just held on to it.
You just held on, yeah.
Yeah, I should have let him kind of move
You
a little
can't,
bit.
you're not going to be able to restrain a 120-pound fish with a, you know, we're using 20-pound tippet.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. But I can tell you this, watching that thing come to that fly and smashing it was just amazing.
On my way back to Key West, realizing that the tarpon window was probably closed due to the wind situation, I called a buddy of mine, Mike Weinhofer, and he wasn't doing anything this afternoon, so I thought it would be a great opportunity for Duke to experience a little bit of offshore stuff.
What do you say, buddy?
What's going on, man? I don't know you.
I'm Duke, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Well, that remains to be seen. Come on down, bro. Tune's been right out front.
Oh, perfect.
It's like laid back fishing. Go trolling, relax, kick back. You can drink a beer. I'll drive.
We make this run out 20, 25 miles, and we start trolling for tuna. And then it's not long before we're hooked up.
Fish on, fish on.
Hooked up.
Keep him coming there, big boy.
Doing a very nice job. We're very proud of you.
They are way back there.
Well, tunas are pretty tough fish, too.
It's like pulling a car through the water.
Oh, quit whining. It's only your first fish.
This may be that monster tarpon that I lost this morning.
We having fun yet?
Oh, yeah.
See, we just go look at fish when you go with me. We go catch stuff when we go with Mike.
Lift, lift. There we go.
Look at that.
Golly,
about
that
that?
thing fights so hard to be that. Yeah, how about that?
Huh?
Grab him by the tail. Hold on to it like you mean it.
Okay.
Like
That's
you mean it.
why. There you go, buddy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
You throwing dinner over? or
We're
what?
not throwing him back.
Okay.
Hey,
Thanks, man.
you're welcome. Thank him. He
My
did.
first tuna. Like he said, hold on to the tail. It's like a machine gun going off. Yeah.
They get mad.
So I'm hooked up on this tuna, and it's just like one of the most unique things there is, because you're reeling, and you think you've got, you know, Moby Dick on one end, and he gets there and he's like this, because his tail's like this, and he swims really hard. So, but it was a cool thing. That's a little bit nicer one, huh?
Great fish. You know, after spending a couple of days with Duke, and you know, not all the plans have come together as far as what he's caught, but he's got to experience a lot of things. And I noticed that every once in a while over the last couple of days, I'd glance over and see him just staring off into the distance, taking it in, and I realized right then that exactly what I wanted to happen for this trip is happening. You know, this guy is creating a memory that he'll never forget.
There's no espresso machine, no smiling barista, just you and an axe. You're welcome to a hot cup of comfort, but you gotta serve yourself.
The SeaHunter is brought to you by Ray Marine, Simply Superior. Mojo Sportswear, get your mojo on. Garmin Verbs, the official action camera of the SeaHunter. Alvarez General Boats. Sea Star Solutions. Best Fab.
Project Healing Waters is a nonprofit organization to help, you know, veterans and active duty service members who are dealing with emotional and physical illness. I got involved with Project Healing Waters. That was a really good deal for me at the time. I was going down a road that I'd kind of already been down before, but somebody intervened at the right time. So it was potentially a life-saving moment for me to get involved. And there's basically 3 wickets, I guess. One, they teach you how to tie flies. They teach you how to build rods, and they teach you how to fish. So They teach you these 3 things so that when the weather's not good, you can tie flies. Or if you don't need to tie flies, you can build your rod. So they keep your mind busy so that you don't have to worry about thinking of the bad things in the dull moments. I was really like kind of suckered in with the peace that I was getting. I was getting some kind of, I don't know, some kind of regeneration of growth, maybe spiritual, maybe physical, but it was definitely helping me emotionally. Now I'm worried about losing a fish on a hook. So I have other things to worry about. Basically, that's what they helped me do.
You know, it's day 3. Thus far, the trip has gone pretty well. You know, Duke's got to experience all kinds of things. He's got to experience different fish. And my hopes were for day 3 was to finish his trip with a tarpon, but Mother Nature did not cooperate. It started blowing 20, 25. Not great tarpon conditions for the early spring, but it is good shark conditions. So he's gonna go home with something big under his belt. Got this one right behind, just coming up to the
I got the dark spot, yeah.
He ate it, he ate it, he ate it. Oh, throw it right back, throw it right back. Leave it right there, don't do anything. Set the hook, set the hook. Let him go. Oh, nibble. Don't try to stop him, just let him go. See him jump?
Yeah.
Oh, he's off, damn it. When they jump, they don't just jump like a tarpon, they corkscrew through the air and they wrap your leader all around their body, you know? Nothing you can do to stop that.
Yeah.
And that's usually the result.
So it's the end of the day. We've been seeing these sharks. They're just not eating. I mean, they're coming right up to our chum. They're not even trying to eat it. And then all of a sudden, you know, when we think things couldn't happen and we thought the day was going to be a bust, bam, we get that hit.
Don't worry about pumping so much as just reeling. We're just gonna try and get a bunch of that line back. Well, that was an aggressive bite there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he came straight at it.
He acted like he was supposed to. Reel, 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 reel. Try not to get slack there. Now when he's going left, you pull right. There you go, perfect. Boy, he's mad.
He's pretty pissed. What kind is it?
That's a lemon. Nice lemon, about 80 pounds. I may let go here, bud. Look at that. Caught you a shark, Big Daddy. On the fly rod.
How about that? That's about the coolest I've done, ever.
You know, Duke is without a doubt one of the most remarkable men I've ever been around. To think that this guy's been blown up in a truck several times. You know, he's fought for our country. He's been through the winds of war and seen everything that there is in that. But yet, at the same time, he's one of the most enthusiastic, charismatic guys that you want to be around because he can't wait to see what's next in life. And when you're around him, you can't either.
From Rob's vision to see, you know, how to make this trip come true for somebody, and for me to be the one that was picked, means the world to me. I've seen the most amazing things here. I've been to country after country after country, but the Florida Keys just tops it all.